Wow. Is this where I stand? This is probably the most unprepared I've ever been for something, so forgive me. My thoughts will jump around all over the place. Hopefully I can organize them in 8 minutes for you. I'd like to thank John Sauvé, he introduced me to Charlie, which brought me here today. What a great opportunity, especially to be standing on stage here. This is a beautiful, beautiful place in one of the cities that inspired me and my wife in our journey. So to come back here and talk about it, what an amazing opportunity. And I have my daughter here today, Casey. It's her 13th birthday. So the fact, thank you. The fact that people from 13 years old to everybody else in this audience likes to come to these things is a testament to people like to be inspired, people want information, people want to see what's next, they want to learn. And that's basically our story. We started a business in probably one of the toughest times in this economy. So we were all conditioned by the 90s that we were moving to the service industry. I thought I was going to get rich playing the stock market in my 20s, and that definitely didn't happen. So in a bad economy, my wife and I started a business, and I think it was one of the greatest things that ever happened to us because we found opportunity in that. And that opportunity has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't necessarily want to talk about who I am and what I've done. And you guys can Google that if you want. I think that's what we do nowadays. Just type in Mobsteel. You can see some of the stuff playing behind us. These are some of our products. When we knew that the economy was taking a downturn and all of our friends were losing their jobs, we figured if we're going to be broke, we'd be broke and happy. So what made me happy was cars. I was shaped by the automotive industry. I was shaped by my family. We have entrepreneurs. We have friends and family that worked at proving grounds, assembly plants, manufacturing companies, you name it. I feel that the big three has done amazing things here, and I stand behind them wholeheartedly. And it's the people in them that has created, thank you. It's the people in those plants, in the offices, and in this industry that really have shaped this whole country. And the whole country didn't realize that until we started to take a downturn. So again, there's a lot of opportunity here. I don't want to talk about what went wrong. It's a cycle of life. So Mobsteel is a company Pam and I started. We build custom cars, and it's led us on a great journey. We've got a brand now that's recognized around the world. We started another company called Detroit Steel Wheel Company. We wanted to manufacture something. We wanted to manufacture it here, and we wanted to manufacture it with U.S. content. Turned out to be a much more difficult challenge than we anticipated. I thought the challenge was going to be in designing a product, engineering it, making it safe, making it cost-effective. That wasn't the case. Our journey led us to a problem where some of the machinery we needed didn't exist in this country anymore. Some of the people that we needed to solicit information from were retired or passed away. These are people that were part of huge companies, Kelsey Hayes, other big companies out of Detroit. So we had lost a generation of knowledge. We'd lost the machinery that made this country and this city great. And so we had to start from the bottom. Our challenges became, how do we implement process back in the US here? How do we start manufacturing here again? It wasn't about making the product. So that took us 3 years to even make our first wheel. And when we did, it was wildly successful. So now we're on a journey of how do we do it better, faster, higher quality, cheaper. And I tell you all this because I'm not the most brilliant person by any stretch. I've worked with people that are better critical thinkers, smarter workers, more intelligent. But it's almost like the cycle of manufacturing when we pushed it all overseas and stuff. It created a clean slate, and that clean slate was a lot of opportunity. So if you're willing to work hard, and I mean work hard, me and my guys work 16, 18 hours a day. And we're doing that right now. We're filming our second season of a reality TV show based around us. Craziest thing ever. Who would have thought we started hitting stuff with a hammer and building cars that we would be on TV? Who would have thought I'd be standing here? But I think that's a good message for people because the formula now is simple. We heard these great stories back in the 50s, our relatives and how they could just, one day pick up some tools or have an idea and create a great business and a legacy for their families and create product and stuff. Well, that's back. That's back. I'm testament of that. My wife and I are testament of that. My guys are testament of that. We're not the most brilliant people. We put on our shoes and we go out every day and we're going to kill it. We work as hard as we can. We do it with a lot of diligence. We do business with virtue. And most of all, we realize that my guys, my suppliers, and the people around me are assets. That's our true assets. You can take away all the machinery. You can take away some of these buildings. But the true assets are right here. They're in this room. And so that we just kind of changed our way of thinking. We did two things. We changed our measurables. I didn't look at my bank account. I didn't look at my bank account and say, how well is our business doing? Of course we have to pay bills and make payroll. But I wasn't measuring my success on how much money I was making. I was measuring my success on different things. Where was I last year? What have I done this year? If I rewind the clock 14 years and I look at where I was at, we had some hard times. But it was the people we were meeting. One night we find ourselves at dinner with Edsel Ford and some of the top designers. And then we're on stage with them. We have cars in the North American Auto Show. We're on TV. I'm on stage at TEDxDetroit. I mean, it's just one thing after another after another. And again, it was all just done through hard work. And so we have now this clean slate, and we're looking at some issues we have now, and it's really skilled trades. This is the big subject now. So Charlie told me that there would be 600 high school students out here. And I didn't know what I was going to say today. But I guess in a short period of time, the message I'd like to send is, if a guy like me can make this happen, and I recognize now that there's this clean slate, and we need skilled trades. We need to get people back to work. We've been conditioned to, think we're going to be successful in all these other ways. Well, the formula is simple now. Learn to do something with your hands, your mind, whatever, but work hard. If you're capable of getting up and chasing a dream and working at it, you can be as successful as you want. You don't have to be a scholar. If you are, that's amazing. I am jealous. But it's almost like you can make anything happen. And to me, I know what's coming. I know what's next. We have to create that. So when we get up in the morning, we know that we have to create that demand. We have to create these products. People want them. You can't sit around and wait for this to happen. You can go to school to be an electrician, a die setter, whatever. Go to work for somebody. Figure out what you're good at, what you like doing. But if you develop any type of skilled trade now, and you invest in the automotive industry, you can be as successful as you want to be. It's just the way it is. It's that simple. I'm proof of that. My guys are proof of that. So just think about that. We have a gap, 55 years plus. We've lost all of our skilled trades, and we've got nobody. So for the younger generation, look up what we've done. And if you pick up some tools, pick up a skilled trade, you can accomplish anything you want. You can own a business, you can be as successful as you want. So thank you.